So hello duelist and welcome to the world of ultimate gaming. So I have corrected my previous faults and upgraded my mic a little bit so you can hear clearly, I hope. So today we are gonna look at a new type of deck that we all want actually. We know that feeling when someone is dueling us and they somehow trying to do a combo for 10 minutes and we are just sitting there like a duck and can do nothing. Yes, I am talking about meta decks. So we all are frustrated about the meta decks, and that's why I made a deck list to specifically counter those types of meta decks and give them what they deserve. So we'll start with some replays of mine. Let's see. I will break down the complete replays and then I will show you the main combo and the deck list after that. So let's begin. So here, as we can see, we have our main combo in hand. So we need somehow to get Necrovalley. This thing actually gives us Necrovalley and the Royal Tribute. Now what this card does, this is the main thing in this deck. What this thing does, that if I control Necrovalley, both players discard any monsters from our hand, and if we don't have any monster, we don't discard anything. So what I am going to do here is set those cards. It doesn't matter, you can set them later also. They are dogmatic punishment, so if our opponent summons something that is stronger than our monster, we can just punishment it, or something that activates effect, we can just punishment it. So I activate this to get Necrovalley, activate Necrovalley, summon that Royal Tribute. Just look, this is a Swordful player, of course a combo based player, combo heavy player, and they try to do something like Bear on the Floor and Xiang, so they can negate us. So as we can see, we have discarded all monsters from their hand. These cards are not monsters. So let's see how this goes. So fortunately they had like a Swordful Emergence, and this card actually adds a monster from their deck to their hand, and they added Longian, which he can just special summon. So that's why whenever he gets the token, we have to like destroy that token so that he can go into their synchro place. Here I activate Dogmatic Punishment to just get rid of the token. Here I am showing you the extra deck. All of they doesn't matter as long as they have an hectic ton of attack points. They are just there to be fodder for Dogmatic Punishment. So let's go. Here he just avoids us by using Heavenly Dragon Circle. He just tributes that, but all we needed to do was get rid of the token, and he did it. It doesn't matter. Here is another thing, most of the players are so focused on their combos, they don't even read what Necrovalley does. What this card says is, anything that activates in the graveyard or anything that tries to get rid of cards from the graveyard, either banish it or special summon it or anything, Necrovalley will negate that. So here he is trying to get a card from graveyard, just negate it. Also, why I have chosen this Necrovalley monster, because as long as Necrovalley is active, this card is unaffected by any and all spell traps. Not only our opponents but also ours. So they have Mirror Force, they have like Infinite Impermanence to negate effects, they have like Magical Cylinder. Nothing can affect this card. Also I am playing 3 copies of this card. The huge revolution is over, because you know, like when you set a lot of cards, our opponent always tries to do something like Harpy's Feather Duster or Lightning Storm. So to negate that, we are using Huge Revolution. If 2 or more cards are trying to be destroyed at the same time, just negate it. So as you can see, just on turn 3, our opponent's full hand, full field is completely empty, and we have a huge card advantage. That's the power of Royal Tribute Necrovalley. We are doubling down the monsters here, so it will be over fast. Here he thinks he is so sick that he is trying to summon something very powerful from their deck and thinking that just battle my monsters and defeat me, but he don't know that I already have another punishment setting, so this is the perfect time to use it. Always use Upstart Goblin, no matter if you are giving your opponent life points or not. Always use Upstart Goblin, because you might draw something that will help us lock down your opponent more. Here I actually did a wrong play here. I shouldn't have grabbed Grapefruit Specialist. I was thinking that I maybe go into the fusion monster here, where it is this is Supernaturalist. I thought I could go into that, but I forgot that this card is unaffected by my effects also, so I should have grabbed another Commandant and then this card. Anyhow, we are just going to beat it down. Now he this card. This card might be a Mirror Force, might be Drowning Mirror Force, might be any kind of traps that can stop us, but not this time, because we have the Heretic. I was scared a little bit though, so I did put the Spiritualist in the defense mode, but we had game all along, so it didn't even matter. So look, the first game is won, and our combo heavy player, our meta player can't even do anything. That's the power of Necrovalley. Let's go into our second one. Replay. This is like a going second version of this deck. So he chose to go first, which is very fine. We already had Ash Blossom, so I have one negate already, and we have the combo like something to search Necrovalley and the Royal Tribute, so we are golden. Here a little tip: if your opponent is trying to activate Primitive Planet, the first thing in their hand, it's either a bait, or they have not even a single monster in their hand that he can go into, like Light Heart or something, Scared Claws. So always try to negate Primitive Planet if they are just placing it first thing on the field. Here I already draw into Supernaturalist, so we have the perfect combo here again. We don't even care about Maxi, because we are never going to special summon more than one card, and not even one in this case actually, so that doesn't even matter. Maxis. Adding Commandant activates to give us Necrovalley. Necrovalley activate. Even if he has like only one card, try to activate Royal Tribute. It might be a monster that he just sets next turn and it will delay the win. So always try to activate Royal Tribute and get something. In this case it was a great thing because it was a kaiju and he could have like done extreme amount of damages in my field by just tributing our heretic, so it was a very good play. He might set as many cards as he wants, doesn't even matter, this card is unaffected by everything. Also, we have drawn another Necrovalley, so we are now safe from anything that destroys our Necrovalley. From this point it's just a simple breakdown, and if our opponent tries anything funny, just activate your traps. Here I discarded his Ash Blossom, which is very funny. Also, as my card is unaffected by any and all trap, we can use Torrential Tribute without any fear of destroying our cards. It only is going to destroy every other card other than Heretic. So it's a very good thing in this deck. So Scareflow, another meta player, is now in the hands of the Necrovalley. I am here activating Necrovalley Throne to add another Heretic because I don't know what traps he might have. He is just setting Maxi. This is how desperate people become when you are faced against Necrovalley. Let's go into our next and final replay of the day. Then we will hop into solo mode and try to see like what the combos are. Always try to go first with this deck because that's very good thing. Also, look, we don't have the combo right here, okay? We have only the Necrovalley and another Gravekeeper monster, but we don't have Heretic, or we don't even have the Royal Tribute. So what can we do? Instead, we have Hidden Temples of Necrovalley. This is like the best floodgate for Necrovalley decks because as long as Necrovalley and a Gravekeeper monster is on the field, opponent cannot special summon anything. It's just a Fossil Dyna in steroids, in the spell form. Temple, set both, pass. Now let's see what our opponent is playing here. Look, our opponent is playing another meta deck, and this is like very OTK type deck, and it also destroys lots of cards in our field. If Sunny Snitch comes in, like Secret Password gets Sunny Snitch gets Leela or Kishikil, they go into the link forms of their evil twin, and then they go into the link for, it's like chaos. But this one card, Hidden Temples, just completely negates their play. Also, anything that goes in the graveyard, they can't even summon it because of Necrovalley. Here, like, it's very annoying that we don't have Royal Tribute because his hands, you will see later that most of them are monsters, so it would be a very good thing. He just keeps setting, I don't even get any other monster that we can rid of them, so this actually stretches on a lot. Look, here my luck is going like crazy. We are drawing the huge revolution over and over again, and he just keeps setting cards. Look, another huge revolution. Like, what kind of luck is this? And still our opponent can't do anything because of this lockdown. Here we are getting Royal Tribute, and look, two of their cards also gone. But my opponent is so lucky, he is like just top decking monsters upon after monsters and just setting it, and I don't even get another monster. So that's the problem. He just sets everything because he is like scared I might discard their spells also. He didn't even read what royal tribute does. That's how messed up people's brain becomes when they face against Necrovalley. They just like can't even think straight. Just top deck monster. Here, another thing. Always don't even try to clog up your back row, okay? Never try to clog up your back row. Here we have like Imperial Tombs, we have a Gravekeeper monster, we have Necrovalley. This is like a life card if we set it, but if we clog up, we might lose a chance to get a Necrovalley spell card that will help us more, like Necrovalley, that card which gives us a monster, and we desperately need a monster. So don't ever try to clog up your back row in this deck. Here we get another monster, finally, and now we can swing. It's just like 2 turns now because it's 4000 over damage. He sees that he can't even set it, it's over, so he just scoops. That's the actual power of Necrovalley Royal Tribute Hidden Temples. Now let's go into the main combos in the solo mode, and I'll show you how this works, then we will go into the deck list. So let's try to do our first. We always try to go first in this kind of deck, combo heavy deck. Just feeling it doesn't even have a combo. Oh look, this is a very good kind of hand actually. We have already Necrovalley, we have a strong monster in our field, we have Solomon Warning, we have this, we also have Feather Duster to get rid of background. This is a very good kind of hand. This kind of hand is what we are looking for here. Warning, which is a good thing. What does this do? When your opponent adds a card from the deck to an including drawing, they must discard one. Oh my god. That's a very annoying thing, but alright, no warning. I hope he sets anything. I hope he sets just his entire hand. No? Okay. He might have only monsters there. Saving the Feather Duster for potential weird cards. Okay. Radiant Tempest is a very good thing. I will use this thing right here. Those were actually good cards. Now activate Temples, and we have almost our combo in our hand. Sorry, on the field. Almost a combo on the field. We just need the correct monsters here, which I will get using this. First, we always need Hieratic. Oh my god, this guy. Alright, no problem. Another commandant, not actually good, but okay. I actually would really need a spiritualist so that I can go into the fusion play. I could negate it, but okay, doesn't even matter. Spiritualist, no. Okay, let's see if he has another monster in the hand. Yes, he did have. So this was a lucky guess. Gonna beat down. End of turn. He can't special summon anything. He can't even activate cards in the graveyard. He can't do anything. Just sit and watch his defeat. Trying to flex a little bit here. Let's see if we can draw the spiritualist. We didn't, but we have Necrovalley. If he would have, why didn't he set it? Because it is a large monster. Let's win. So as you can see, it is a very easy to have deck, but it actually very much depends on your luck. It has a lot of breaks, so you need a little bit of luck to actually play this card, but it is a very simple kind of deck and any one of you can play this. Now let's get into the deck list. I have like tweaked the cards a little bit to get the perfect ratio here. So we are using 2 Ash Blossoms, no Maxi is needed, 2 Ash Blossom, 3 Commandant, 3 Necrovalley and 3 Necrovalley Throne. These 9 cards are very much needed to get a Necrovalley on your first draw. So we have 3 cards plus 3, 6 cards plus this Throne will search out Commandant which will search out Necrovalley, so 3 more. So we have 9 out of 42 cards that will be Necrovalley. Next we need 3 Heretic. As you saw earlier, it is the main thing in our deck. It doesn't get affected when Necrovalley is on the field. We need only 2 Spiritualists is enough because we are playing 2 Supernaturalists to protect our Necrovalley in some cases. Actually we could like drop off the Upstart. Yes, I think no Upstart Goblins are needed. That will cut it out to 40 card deck. Next we are using Royal Tribute, 3 copies. It is very important to use 3 because there is no way to search this card. We are using a Pot of Duality as we are not going to be special summoning a lot. Alright, we are using a Pot of Extravagance. Just might need that draw 2 and we have a lot of extra cards that we don't even need. So Pot of Extravagance is good here. Lightning Storm, a staple card as going second, it's a good thing. 3 Necrovalley Temples. As you saw earlier, it locks down our opponent from special summoning. It is very good to stop those meta players. 2 Royal Tributes, you can get it up to 3, doesn't matter. It is a very good card in this deck because it goes well with Heretic. Using 3 Dogmatic Punishment for our large scale extra deck, 3 Solomon Judgment, you can like reduce it with another Solomon spell. Anything that negates stuff is good in this deck. Then we are using 3 Huge Revolution. It's a rare, so we are using 3. It protects our back row. Also in some cases monsters. And 1 Imperial Tomb is enough. So I hope you liked the video. Please considering sharing this video to your friends who actually are frustrated on meta players. Like and subscribe.